Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Temple Emeth and to our family Shabbat service on the first Friday of the month. And I want to welcome you to the Rabbi Louis J. Siegel Sanctuary here in Teaneck, New Jersey. You're here just in time. So I want to, by way of welcome, I want to start by welcoming those of you who have joined us on live stream. If you are participating in the service by live stream, I want to let you know that our Siddur is Mishkan Tefillah for Youth, which looks like this. And maybe you have a copy at home, in which case now is the time to bring your copy of the Siddur to your screen or your device so that you can follow along with each and every page and prayer and song in our service this evening. And I do want to say this, that for the last time I'm going to say if you don't have a copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth, you can access one, preferably on a second device, by going to our live stream page, emeth.org/livestream, and scrolling down to where it says to access the Siddur prayer book, and clicking on the link that says Mishkan Tefillah for Youth. I'm saying that it's the last time because the publisher of that website, which is the publisher of the Siddur, has announced that they are taking the Siddur offline on January 1st. And so, if you are a Temple Emeth member and you enjoy watching these family services on live stream and you don't yet have a copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth at home, let us know and we will get you one so that you can have a copy in your hand for these services. Well, that gives me a chance to say Shabbat Shalom to everyone here in the sanctuary. Shabbat Shalom. And hopefully you got a copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth as you came in the sanctuary this evening. And if not, there are still copies, I believe, on the credenza. And we are going to begin. Oh, I have one other important announcement to make by way of welcome, that I should welcome back to the Bima Adam Kohen, known to some of our students as Guitar Adam. He is our cantorial soloist for the evening as Cantor Tillum is continuing her sabbatical. And so he has some great music planned for us, including a fabulous opening song that several of our students are going to help him with in just a moment. But first, we are going to begin our service with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. So please turn in the Siddur to page 4, where we find the blessing for our Shabbat candles, which is preceded by an English reading. And for the honor of candles, we call this evening upon Yafit Finkelstein. Okay, so we're going to start with one of these readings. Okay, you're going to do the reading? Great. Nice and loud.
Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
So you can pick up the candle by the base. No, it's already lit. You can just pick it up by the base.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Amen. Great, you can snuff out the little one.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Go back to your seats. Our opening song this evening is found in your Siddur on page 8. It is Hine Matov. So in addition to leading our music this evening, Adam Kohen teaches music to our religious school students, and he taught Hine Matov to our students Well, I want to say not long ago, but they had a Thanksgiving vacation between then and now. But several of them swore to me that they remember the song, the Hine Ma Tov, that Adam taught them. And so I would like to invite all of the religious school students who know the song and like the song, or probably remember the song, to come up and join Adam over on this side of the bima. This is just in your way, so I'm going to. So now that I'm staying closer to Adam, a little bit closer to the podium. Close, 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 close. You'll look great. I bet you're going to sound great too. Our opening song is Hine Ma Tov. That was beautiful. Thank you, and Yasher Koch, to our religious school students. You can return to your seat. Those of you who are in Eitz Chaim, you'll be back a little bit later to sing some Hanukkah songs with us. And our service continues at this time with the Baruch Hu, which is found in your Siddur on page 22. Please rise if you are able for the Baruch Hu. Part of our relationship with God and with Jewish tradition is using the incredible ability to listen. So we turn to page 34 and 35, the pages that are yellow with the big blue shin. The shin stands for Shema. Shema means listen. And in this case, it's not exactly listening to God. It is listening to an announcement. It's listening to a commandment. It's listening to a tradition that says we have one God, and as Jews, we love our one God. Those words, Shema Yisrael, are found on pages 34 and 35. Please join with us.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We turn to page 36 and we join together in Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לתותבות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We turn now to page 38, where we find Mi Chamocha. December is my favorite month to introduce Mi Chamocha because December is the month of Hanukkah, and the heroes of Hanukkah are the Maccabees. And the word Maccabee means hammer, right? They were tough when they were fighting for their freedom. But the word Maccabee is also an acronym. An acronym is when you make a word out of the first letters of other words. So look at the top of page 38, and you will see the first line of the song that we sing. It's an excerpt from the book of Exodus. And it's Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, which means, who is like you among all the gods that are out there, O God? But look at the first letter of each word of that line. Mi starts with the letter Mem. Chamocha starts with the letter Chaf. Ba'elim starts with the letter Bet. And Adonai starts with the letter Yud. And so if you put those four letters together, the Mem, the Chaf, the Bet, and the Yud, it spells Maccabee. So the heroes are hidden here in the prayer book, and we sing this prayer at every service, but when we get close to Hanukkah, it takes on an extra layer of meaning. And so with the Exodus from Egypt in mind, because that's when this was first sung, with Hanukkah in mind, because that's where the heroes get the secret of their name, we join together in singing Mi Chamocha. We turn now to page 43 as we read in English at the top of the page. But, there's a lot of symbolism in the artwork in Mishkan Tefillah for youth. So there's a moon at the top of the page. Okay, that's just a symbol of nighttime. That's not too deep. But if you look closely at that candle, what is unusual about that candle on page 43? What's unusual about the candle? I'll give you a hint. Most candles that I see, like these, have just one flame coming out of the wick. Just one flame. But the one here has... Oh my God, these kids are like ice today. Come on, look at page 43. Don't make me call on somebody's grandmother to answer this question. Yes, 2 wicks. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It has 2 wicks, yes. One is kind of more red and one is kind of more orange. And for our students who know their Hebrew letters, they would look at those flames coming out of the wick, the 2 flames coming out of the wick, and they would say, wait a minute, those don't look like regular flames. Regular flames, like our Shabbat candles, they just sort of point upward. But this has a very unique shape, almost like the Hebrew letter Yud. Aha. Because, I'm not the artist. I'm just inferring, seeing symbolism in the arts. But if each of these flames coming out of this one wick, which is already unusual, looks like the letter Yud, and we put 2 Yuds together in the prayer book, that always means God's name. So it could be that this is just an artist being creative with color, or it could be that when he looks at the Shabbat candles, he sees God's presence in the candles. Please read with me at the top of page 43. You are with us at all times, God, when we sleep and when we wake. When it is dark, we turn to you for light. When we are afraid, we turn to you for courage. When we feel weak, we turn to you for strength. Be with us tonight and always. Help us to know you are there. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We turn the page now, and to honor Shabbat, we join together in singing V'shamru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות
We turn now to page 98 in our Siddur. And on page 98, we find the beginning of the tefillah. Please rise if you are able for the tefillah. Is that the Avot V'Imahot?
Yep.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol Bezocher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Yula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Abraham Be'ezrat Sarah.
We read in English together on page 103. O God, as we remember all you do, we make this promise to try to be like you. We will work to raise up those who fall, heal those who are sick, free those who are in need. As your partners, we will support the poor, feed the hungry, house the homeless, befriend the lonely, and give hope to all people. We will be caring Jews. As you have helped us live better lives, we shall help others. We praise you, O God, who gives meaning to our lives. Baruch atah Adonai, Michayeh Hakol. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to everything. We turn the page and read in English at the top of 104. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Our service continues with a prayer for peace, which is found in the Siddur on page 114. Please read with me at the top of the page. Grant true and lasting peace to your people Israel, for you are the ruler and source of all peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel with peace always, at every moment and in every hour. Baruch atah Adonai hamvarech et amo Yisrael ba'shalom. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. We take a moment now for silent prayer. This is the chance to offer Tefillat Halev, the prayer of your hearts, and readings for this time that you can read to yourself are found on pages 116 and 117. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite to the bima the sweet singers of Eitz Chaim. They have been working with Tom Mustachio on their Hanukkah music, and it is not Hanukkah yet. They will sing it again on Hanukkah at our modified Hanukkah in the Hallway program, which I'll tell you about later. But this is the last family service before Hanukkah, and every Jewish child loves Hanukkah, so we are going to hear some Hanukkah music at this time.
Step in between. You need to step in between. There we go. You're blocking the people. There you go. That's perfect.
But when I tried to spin it, it melted in my hand.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I had a little dreidel, I made it in my mind. An imaginary dreidel is the hardest one to find. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play.
I had a little dreidel, I made it from a broom. I think I'll try to get into cleaning up my room.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of bread. It looked so very yummy, so I ate it up instead. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of snow. I put it in the oven, where did my dreidel go? Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I had a little dreidel, I made it on the shelf. And if you like like more verses, you can make them up yourself.
One more.
Oh Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll dance a hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Thank you, and Yasher Koach to Eitz Chaim under the direction of Thomas Mustachio. And though she's not here this evening, his normal assistant is Emma Foyer. And so thank you. That sounded great. It put me in the Hanukkah spirit, definitely. And we are going to continue at this time with our Torah service, which begins in the Siddur on page 121. Okay, Eric. This is our Torah. Its words are the same ones that our parents and our grandparents read. In all times and all places, its words never change. May our children and grandchildren and their children and grandchildren read its words as well. In this scroll is everything that has made the Jewish people special from Mount Sinai until today. Torah teaches us love and justice, goodness and hope and freedom. Please rise if you are able as we take the Torah from the Ark.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Gadol Adonai iti, u'neromema shemo yachdav. Shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim. Torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim.
Please be seated. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Vayetze, and you can find Parashat Vayetze in the large blue Torah commentary books that are here in the sanctuary on page 194. If you are watching on live stream and you have a copy of the revised Torah commentary at home, it is found on page 195. Oh, I see some go-getters in our religious school class who are opening up to the right page, page 194. And here's the thing. It's a little hint I'm going to give you that will come in handy 3 years from now. So put that in the bank. So 3 years from now, you may be coming to Temple Emeth, and you may be asked, what is the Torah portion? And maybe you don't remember when I say it out loud that it's Parshat Vayetze. And so you can look at the top of page 194, and you can see that it says Vayetze at the top of 194. Or if you are really an ambitious one, you could look at the top corner of 195, and you can see in Hebrew that it says Vayetze, because knowing the Torah portion is important for the cycle of the Jewish year, and knowing the Torah portion is know how to navigate through a book like this. So, Parshat Vayetze, what is it about? It's about Jacob, and he leaves. He leaves his house, his home, it seems, for the first time. And he has this amazing dream. In fact, the dream is so amazing that it is often quoted. The dream is so amazing, it's quoted on our ark. I will show you after the service, if you're interested, how it's quoted on our ark. And it sets Jacob aside as the first member of the Jewish family who has an experience with God in a place, and he marks that place as a holy place because he encounters God there, and he gives it a name. And this is the portion that we read out loud today. And so I'm going to chant from the very beginning of Parshat Vayetze, and to honor the Torah with the Aliyah, I call upon Eric Zaretsky.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torto. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Amen. Vayetze Yaakov mi be'er shava, vayelech harana, vayifga b'makom, vayalen sham, kiva hashemesh, vayikach me'avnei hamakom, vayasem mira'ashotav, vayishkav b'makom hahu. V'achalom, v'hinei sulam mutzav, artza v'rosho magia hashamayma, v'hinei malachei Elohim, olim v'yordim boho, v'hinei Adonai, nitzav alav, v'yomar, ani Adonai, Elohei Avraham avicha v'Elohei Yitzchak, Haaretz asher ata shochev aleha lecha etnena ulezarecha.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chai Olam Nata B'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. This time our thoughts turn to those in need of healing as we prepare to offer a Mishaberach for healing, which is found in the Siddur on page 125. If you are watching on live stream and you'd like to share the name of someone you're thinking of in need of healing in the chat or comment section of the live stream platform, I invite you to do so. And similarly, if you're here in the sanctuary and you are thinking of someone in need of healing, I'd like to invite you to share their name out loud or in your heart. The names of our temple members and their loved ones in need of healing will be shown on your screen as we join in prayer in just a moment together. To those names we add Maria Bejarano as we turn to page 125 and we join together in singing the Mishaberach.
sheberach avoteinu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We continue now with the lifting and dressing of the Torah. Please rise if you are able for Hagba and Galila. Okay, so you're going to open it to about shoulder width, and then pull it about halfway off the table. Drag a little bit more. Good. Okay, bend your knees, push down, bend your knees, get all the way under it, and lift it up. Hands apart. There we go. Okay, turn around.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to those that will fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those that will fast to it, all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom,
You may be seated, unless you have a birthday in the month of December, or you have a birthday in the month of November and you missed your chance. We had really good turnout in November. I don't think there are many of you. You missed your chance for a November birthday blessing. Yes, please. Is that me? That's me. Okay. Okay, so Morador is polling everyone to find out, to verify. No, just kidding.
I know. Last one that was.
Okay, I think my microphone is, because I want everyone at home to hear me, but I don't want anyone to hear static. Okay, so any holdovers from November, or is everybody a December birthday? Okay, December birthdays all around. Excellent. So, the month of December, the last month of the year, by being born in December, you gave your parents a relief because they got a tax deduction for the whole year. But more importantly, the chance to celebrate your birthday this month means that, you probably are going to have at least one relative who combines your birthday present with a Hanukkah present. Has that ever happened? Okay, I'm getting verification up here that it does happen on occasion. As long as it wasn't socks, I think it's okay. Anyway, socks is different. Your birthday is like opening a new year of your life. It's like opening a new chapter of the story of your life. And so as you celebrate your birthday, I want to wish you a wonderful beginning of this new chapter. I hope that it is a chapter filled with good things and joy, and especially with blessings. And speaking of blessings, it is my honor to offer you a blessing at this time in honor of your birthday. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's light shine down upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's Spirit lift you up, and may God give you shalom, the gift of peace, now and always. And let us say, Amen. And in honor of your birthday, we have not one, but two very talented musicians who are collaborating to play Happy Birthday, one in Hebrew and one in English. And did you rehearse this? No. But go ahead and give us a little happy birthday for these honorees. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that's just your part. Color. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone in December. Happy birthday to you. That worked without any rehearsal whatsoever. That was amazing. Thank you to Tom and Adam for that rendition. Birthday people, you can return to your seats, but I want to invite all of our young people to join me on the Bema steps. I think I'm going to push this piano out of the way just a touch. And careful on the cord there. And I'm going to sit here on like the third step. It's on wheels. We can just give it a little push that way. That gives us more room to see the storybook. So come join me. Okay, I think if I don't move at all, the microphone will work just fine. And if I don't say anything, it'll work perfectly. Okay, so this book is called... Adam, can I switch microphones with you? Hello. Okay. All right, so like I was saying, the title of this book is The Only One Club. And so I want to ask a couple questions to get us ready for this story. The first is, does anyone here belong to a club at school? Do you have any clubs at your school? Yeah? Okay, sort of. So how many kids are in this sort of club of yours? Three kids. Okay, you would always include yourself. Right, you're in a club, Mia? And how many kids are in your club? Roughly? 30 kids in a club. So a club can have 3 kids, a club can have 30 kids. But this book is called The Only One Club. Now here's my next question to get you ready for the story. How many of you are the only Jewish kid in your class at school? Anyone the only Jewish kid in your class at school? Again, sort of. I assume that refers to the other kids in the school. You're definitely Jewish, right? And it's the other, okay, good. Glad that we cleared that up. Okay, so we are going to hear the story about a girl who's the only Jewish kid in her class at school. And how does she find out? How does everybody learn that she's the only Jewish kid? And, you know, a couple people in this room belong to clubs at school, but nobody belongs to a club with only one person in it. Let's find out how that happens to be the title of this story. Today we're all going to make Christmas decorations, Mrs. Matthews said, as she handed out colored paper. Then we'll hang them on the classroom windows. Jennifer Jacobs' hand shot up. Yes, Jennifer, said Mrs. Matthews. Mrs. Matthews, I'm Jewish. I celebrate Hanukkah. Oh, said Mrs. Matthews, are you the only one? Everyone looked around. No other hands went up. Well, Jennifer, it looks like you are. You can make Hanukkah decorations instead. So that might have been a little bit awkward for Jennifer. We're going to see what her response to that is. Scissors cut, crayons colored, laughter escaped, and there were giggles galore as the children turned paper into pointy trees, striped stockings, chubby gingerbread people, and lots of stars. Jennifer's star had 6 points instead of 5. It's a Star of David, she explained to Olivia, a Jewish star. Okay. Jennifer, said Mrs. Matthews, you may put up your Hanukkah decorations first. Jennifer proudly marched to the middle window and taped her stars, menorah, and chain of dreidels to the glass. Then she stood back to admire her work. Do you see Jennifer's decorations in that middle window there? One at a time, the other children put up their decorations. The classroom looked magical, and smiles stretched across happy faces. Then the bell rang. Coats were grabbed, hats flew onto heads, feet jumped into boots, and hands pushed into mittens as everyone ran out the door, heading for home. And there was Mrs. Matthews saying, wait, there's one more period left. No, I'm just kidding. No, they all ran home because it was the end of the day. I'm the only one in my class who's Jewish, Jennifer announced that night at dinner. I'm the only one who made Hanukkah decorations. I'm the only one whose stars have 6 points instead of 5, and I got to put my decorations up first. That must make you feel special, her father said. After dinner, Jennifer took out her art supplies. She cut out a large orange circle and carefully edged it with glitter. Then, with her favorite marker, she wrote the Only One Club on it in big letters. She pinned the badge to her sweater for school the next day. Okay, so a couple of our students here belong to clubs. It looks like Jennifer just invented her own club and called it the Only One Club. Does anyone want to guess how many members are going to be in the Only One Club? All right, the fact that you raised your hand convinced me that you know the answer. We'll move on. Olivia Raven noticed the Only One Club badge right away. What's that for, she asked. I'm the only one in the class who's Jewish, Jennifer explained. So I started a club, and I'm the only one in it. Jennifer skipped toward the classroom with Olivia right behind her. Can I join? Asked Olivia. No, said Jennifer, you celebrate Christmas. So? That's not what your badge says. It says the Only One Club. And I'm the only one in the class whose last name is a kind of bird. Do you remember what her last name was? Olivia Raven. Look up Edgar Allan Poe later. All right. Jennifer stopped skipping and turned away. She wasn't sure what to say. Jonah noticed the glittery badge during lunch. What's the Only One Club? He asked with a mouthful of peanut butter. Can I join? You're not the only one of something, are you? Asked Jennifer. Maybe, said Jonah. What do you mean, maybe? Maybe I am. A minute later, Jonah shouted, I'm the only one in the class with red hair. Jennifer couldn't argue about that. Jonah McBride had the reddest hair she'd ever seen, with a gazillion matching freckles. Jennifer said, I have to think about it. Jonah gave her a raspberry, spraying peanut butter all over the lunch table. Not raspberry the berry, raspberry the expression with your tongue, like. Thank goodness I did that into Adam's microphone and not my own. Okay. What's that badge for? Stephen whispered to Jonah after lunch. It's for the Only One Club, Jonah whispered back. Can I join? Asked Stephen. Are you the only one? Jonah asked back. The only one what? Stephen asked. The only one who's something that no one else is, Jonah explained. But you'll have to ask Jennifer. She started the club and she's the only one in it. I want to be in it too, Stephen whined. I must be the only one of something. And there they are. The word is spreading about how exclusive the Only One Club is. By the time afternoon recess was over, everyone had asked if they could join the Only One Club, and Jennifer didn't know what to say. Later, she overheard Olivia asking some kids if they wanted to start a Not the Only One club. Jennifer started to feel sad. When she got home from school, Jennifer went straight to her room. She knew what she needed to do. The next day, Jennifer lugged a large shoebox to school. "What's in the box?" everyone asked. "Line up in front of me and I will show you." And there she is, holding the box in front of her classmates. Jennifer opened the box very slowly. It was bursting with Only One Club badges. "You can all be members of the Only One Club," Jennifer proclaimed as she handed out badges, "because, Alex Martin, you're the only one in our class who was born on a bus. Nikki and Nina, you're the only identical twins in the whole school." I'm having trouble with the logic of that one. "Jonah McBride, yes, you have the reddest hair and the most freckles of anyone in the class, maybe even the whole universe." Jonah blushed as red as his hair. "Gwen Beecham, you're the only girl who wears a dress every single day with ribbons to match." Gwen twirled around and around. There are her friends. One by one, they are being inducted into the Only One Club. "Sam Lee, you are the only one with a pet iguana." "Julia Martinez, you're the only one who can jump double dutch." Julia bounced on her toes. "Michael Baker, you're the only first grader in the high math class." "Olivia Raven, you are the only one whose last name is a bird." Olivia smiled as she ran around the room flapping her arms. "And Stephen Whittier, you are the only one who has all of his big, and I mean humongous, front teeth." Stephen just grinned. Okay, check out all the kids in the class. Do you see Stephen's huge front teeth? I think the illustrator had a good time with that one. Jennifer handed out badges until everyone in the class had one. When Mrs. Matthews came in, she faced a sea of glittery badges and joyful smiles. "What's all this?" she asked. "It's the Only One Club," everyone yelled, "and we're all members because we're all the only ones." Mrs. Matthews looked puzzled. "You tell her, Jennifer," said Olivia. "You started it, and there's the teacher. She needs answers. How can the whole class be in the Only One Club?" "I started the club because I was the only one who was Jewish," Jennifer explained. "But then everyone said they were the only ones of something. You're the only one here who isn't in our club, Mrs. Matthews, and since you're the only one, you can join too." And so even the teacher became a member of the Only One Club. Jennifer held out the biggest, most glittery badge of all. Mrs. Matthews proudly pinned it to her blouse. "I'm really glad everyone's the only one of something," Jennifer said. "Me too, Jennifer," said Mrs. Matthews. "Me too." And that is the story of the Only One Club. Hope you enjoyed it. You may return to your seat as we continue now with our service. If it doesn't crackle, then you're fine. It's just the Our service continues now with the Aleinu, which is found in your prayer book on page 130. Please rise if you are able for the Aleinu.
Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
We remain standing now for a reading to introduce the Mourner's Kaddish, found on page 132. As our service ends, we think about people whose lives have ended. Some of them we knew, and they were very special to us. We loved them, and we missed them very much. Others we did not know, but we honor them as well. This Shabbat, we remember those for whom we are in the Shloshim, 30-day period of mourning. Muriel Breitkopf, a member of Temple Emeth and wife of Lyle Breitkopf. Leo Bloomberg, uncle of Amy Abrams. Sanford Engel, remembered by Fran and Frank LaBarbera. Hilda Steiner, mother of David Steiner. Minna Perlow, mother of Sidney Perlow. Sharon Ann Bernston, sister of Sheldon Bernston. Gail Packles Dallas, sister of Stephen Packles and Arlene Packles. Johanna Sturm, a member of Temple Emeth, wife of George Sturm and mother of Max Sturm. And Edith Cyruli, a member of Temple Emeth. We remember as well those whose yard sites occurred this week: Elizabeth Archer, Lynn Bloomberg, Alan Jeffrey Breston, Harold Chellemer, Glenn Davis, Joseph Farb, Stuart Fetter, Esther Furziger, Eldridge Greenlee, Eugene Hort, Jacques Kaufman, Sidney Laskin, Harold David Lipton, Cecilia Mendelson, Pearl Ostro, Heyman Plager, Belle Price, Dolores Rabin, Sylvia Rager, Ellen A. Reich, Joseph Ross, Jeanette Schlechtman, Sid Shanna, Doris Seiner, Harry Spiegel, Sarah Strassman, Elaine Thayer, Bruce Tucker, Francis Weber, Golda Weisbard, Andrew Will, Mildred Weinberg, Saul Zark, and Clara Zeitland. And we remember the names of 6 of the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust: Menachem Bakon, Vera Bardos, Judith Bardos, Oxy Barth, Basia Bograd, and Shmelka Bohorochaner. We remember them all. We take them into our hearts with our own. As we turn out to page 134, please join me in the life-affirming words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'yizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. It is my pleasure this time to call upon Rachel Kogomas, a member of our Board of Trustees, to offer Shabbat greetings and announcements. There you go. That's away from you. Okay.
Shabbat Shalom. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our family Shabbat service tonight. The Temple Emeth Bazaar returns this Sunday, December 4th. Stop by between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to shop for bargains ahead of the winter holidays. Clothes, shoes, household goods, books, attic and garage treasures, we've got it all. On Tuesday, December 6th, we'll have our next Movies That Mattered, with a screening of The Great Dictator at 7:30 p.m. This satirical drama comedy was written, directed, produced, scored by, and starring Charlie Chaplin. The film, released on the eve of World War II, takes on the topics of Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, fascism, anti-Semitism, and the Nazis. Friday night, December 9th, will be our annual NCJW Reproductive Rights Shabbat. Our guest speaker that evening will be Glenn Northern, NCJW's Abortion Access Campaign co-director. Preschoolers and their favorite grown-up are invited to stop by on Sunday, December 11th for our new program, Sunday Fun Day. Kids ages 5 and younger can enjoy music, crafts, songs, stories, and most important, a snack. The fun starts at 9:30 a.m. We're going to celebrate Hanukkah at Fun Day this month. And for more information, there are flyers available in the lobby. Mark your calendar for a special service honoring Temple Emeth's 75th anniversary on Friday night, December 16th at 8 p.m. Our service will include special music by Temple Emeth, new retrospective displays in the library and museum. A potluck oneg will follow the service. Don't miss it. An opportunity like this comes only once every 75 years. Finally, Temple members are invited to light their personal Chanukiot on the Bima at the beginning of the Shabbat Evening Service on Friday night, December 23rd. Thank you to tonight's volunteers in the live stream control room. Marcia and Morris Sobel are at the controls tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rachel. I have a couple of other announcements. So first of all, thank you to Adam Cohen for leading our music this evening. It was fabulous. And Yasher Koach. Anyone who wants to hear how our arc relates to this week's Torah portion can stick around after the service, and I will explain it to you. Also, tonight's oneg is in the hallway because the social hall is set up for the bazaar. So we're going to ask everyone not to go in the social hall. If you would like a preview, my class got a little preview on Wednesday, but they've set up a lot more things since Wednesday. We can do a quick walkthrough, but no touching, no buying, no messing up the hard work of our volunteers all week. Just a little taste of what the bazaar offers for Sunday. So we can do that a little bit later during our Oneg Shabbat. I think I've hit all the highlights of what I wanted to say. And so we are going to conclude now with the Kiddush. So come on into the middle of the Bima. What we've learned from experience, and then I forgot because it was a long pandemic, but now I remember, is that the grown-ups holding the cups and the challah, they have to be already in the middle of the Bima, otherwise they never make it there because the kids swarm them at some other place. Okay, so now I would like to invite Alan Finkelstein up. Yes, because you're leading Kiddush, right? Oh, Yafit are you doing it together? Anyway, some members of the Finkelstein family will be coming up to lead the Kiddush, and all of our young people, come on up for Kiddush and Motzi. So who's leading which part? Okay, come stand here. Who's leading what?
Can I do the Kiddush?
You can do the Kiddush, absolutely. Are you doing the English part or the Hebrew part?
Hebrew.
Okay.
I know.
So, you know the whole thing. Oh, okay. So the thing is that the camera is going to go on Adam. So we can. I'm trying to think here. Well, hang on a second. So the Kiddush is found in the Siddur on page 6, and it is preceded by an opening reading. Do you really want to do the whole Kiddush, Mia?
Am I doing it for the grape juice or
You're doing it for the grape. The Kiddush is the grape juice. You want to do the whole thing?
Can I do the?
Or just the B'rei Pri Hagafen? She can do the whole thing. All right, so we're gonna bring you over there, so they'll see.
Am I not allowed to?
You can. It's just we weren't ready for it, but that's okay. Okay, so Alan, you're gonna read that like wine, and Mia, you're gonna come with me over, and Alan, you're gonna do B'rei Pri Hagafen. But don't start too soon, because I need to do this. Okay, Mia, come with me. Mia's gonna do the Kiddush. Okay. Please rise for the Kiddush. What's that? No. Okay. Let's hear that English, and then the first line of the Hebrew.
This is the English?
Yes, where it says family service.
Where's the English?
I'll show you. No,
What am I missing here?
You're doing the Hebrew, right? Okay. All right. So, like wine.
Oh, this, okay. Like wine, Shabbat is sweet. We lift this cup to celebrate the love of family and the joy of living. We sing the Kiddush and taste the wine to remind us that Shabbat is a day of sweetness and love.
Okay, and give us the first line right there.
Baruch atah Adonai, melech haolam, barui pri hagafen.
Amen. Okay, now pick up the Kiddush cup. It's right over there. Take it from Adam. And you're going to give us the whole thing, right? Baruch atah Adonai, right there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen. Do you know the rest of it?
Kind of.
Kind of. All right, let's do it together. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav b'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh Zecher letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'charta Be'otanu kidashta Mikol hamim V'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim, you got the first set. No? Yes? Maybe? No? All right, L'chaim. I offered. Okay, I did think of one more announcement for the people watching on live stream. Of course, it might be true for the people here also. You know, it was a long pandemic, and many of you borrowed copies of Mishkan Tefillah for youth and brought them home because we encouraged you to bring them home so you could watch the service on live stream with the book in your hand. Now, look at all these families who are here in person. If you're one of them, or you aspire to be one of them, bring your books back because we ran out of books in November, and hopefully we will need to run out of books, but not run out of books because we have lots of people coming to future family services. So bring those books back if you don't expect to use them at home. All right. We're up to the last thing. You want to do the motzi with me?
This?
No, we're going to do the motzi. You want to do the motzi with me? Motzi lechem min haaretz. Ready? Okay, please join in the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. If you've been watching on live stream, it's your last chance to post something in the chat or comment section of the live stream platform. Perhaps you just want to post the same thing that we here in the sanctuary are going to say to one another. As we conclude our service, we turn to one another and we say, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. The service is kind of over. You want to say it to me? Did someone tell you that was your